Hey everyone, welcome to Arts and Crafts with Tammy. Today we're turning an old beat-up dresser that we got from a storage auction into a storage bench that I'll be using at the foot of my bed. Here's the dresser. It was missing one drawer. I had 3 out of the 4. But I knew when I saw it that I would only need 2 of the drawers, so I wasn't concerned that it was missing one. As you can see, it was in very poor condition. I was told a few different times that it was garbage and why was I keeping it. But I had specific plans for it and I love how it turned out. So here it goes. We removed the legs of the dresser because I wanted to cut them a little shorter and it was easier to remove them first. I also wanted the legs to look a little different than they did. Now it was time to cut the dresser itself. We measured it so we could cut it above the second drawer cavity from the bottom. I marked it on my photo so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The dresser conveniently had thin separator boards between each drawer, so we used shims to level it out and add more support when I put the top on. I actually removed the top of the dresser and made that the top of my bench because it was the thickest and strongest part of the dresser. Now for the legs. We cut the legs about 2.5 inches shorter. You can see from this picture how much shorter it is. And I didn't mind the sides being curved, but I removed the curved wood that was on the front and replaced it with a straight piece of wood instead. Before I put the top on, I noticed that there was a gap between the drawer and the separator, so we cut out a small piece of wood to fit that area. We glued and nailed it on and put the clamps on to make sure it dried correctly. If you notice, I put a shim there to make sure that the drawer easily opens and closes. And then we attached the top by drilling relief holes and inserting screws. Now for the knobs. This picture is a little blurry, but I was trying to show that the finish on it was chipping off. I loved the shape of the knobs, but didn't like the way they looked. So I used steel wool to clean them off as best I could. Then I sprayed them with self-etching primer. Please be sure to wear a mask when using this product. Once the primer dried, then I painted them with flat black spray paint. It looked better than I expected. I was glad I kept them since they are unique. I couldn't find anything like them at the store. Here's my almost finished project. I wanted to do one more thing. I wanted to add a padding to the top. I used the same carpet padding remnant that I used for my vanity chair video. The carpet padding remnant has sure come in handy. I cut the padding to the size of the bench and then I bought black material to cover it. I used fabric spray adhesive to put it on and tried to sew the end. It was a little difficult to sew up, so I added extra spray adhesive to the ends since I couldn't sew it up tight enough. So far, it's worked well, and it goes face down so I don't have to see the ugly sewing job I did. And here is my finished project. I hope this gives you ideas and inspiration to change what you have instead of throwing it away. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to get more ideas, subscribe and hit the notification button. In the meantime, happy crafting!